The way they did against Georgia, I love their chances today.
Jemison and Essett jumping it, and Jemison controlling, and a nice smirk from Essett. Pretty big size disadvantage as Buffin works it down in the paint. As Blazers go from our right to our left, stripped away. Rhodes coming back the other way as Brewer tried to go up with it. Nice defense by the Lynx.
Yeah, great job offensively by UAB of getting the ball into the paint, being very patient and getting it to Brewer.
Essett now tries the baseline. He's cut off by Brewer. Back outside. Now the Lynx will work it around. Nice backdoor cut. Slammed off the glass. Blocked, but they're going to call a goaltend.
Yeah, they're going to count it.
On Trey Jemison. Good looking pass there on the backdoor feed.
Rhodes did an excellent job of spreading the floor. Everybody was out around the three-point line. They took advantage of UAB's ability to get out and deny passes by going backdoor.
Blazers wearing the home whites and trimmed in the green and gold. Rhodes with the Rhodes with the white numerals. Turned around and made it look easy with Darius Brewer for the first two.
Yeah, Brewer just got too much of a size advantage over Wiley.
Blazers applying the press. Excuse me, Steve.
Yeah, you see the full court pressure immediately after the basket by UAB.
Koki Wiley works against Buffin. Nowhere to go as he swings it out. Now they'll swing it around. The Rhodes College Lynx from our left to our right. Now Wiley's going to try, but he's cut off immediately. Wise decision. He kicks it outside, and the three is knocked down. It is good, and that's Xavier Williams.
Wow, deep three.
5-2, early going. Rhodes with the lead. Blazers with the basketball. 1.5 minutes gone by, and an offensive foul called against Eric Gaines.
Yeah, Gaines got caught that time a little out of control, and give Williams credit for moving his feet. Great position.
Wiley will inbound it. 94 feet away. Pressure being applied, and he was just able to get it in. As he fed it to Jefferson Walker, now back to Wiley. He races across the timeline. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, a good position by Ladarius Brewer. Blazers back the other way with Eric Gaines. KJ Buffin looks down low. Big Trey Jemison with a two-handed slam.
Nice feed from Buffin. Thought that quick shot last possession by Rhodes is not what they really want to do. That's playing into the hands of UAB.
Lynx with a basketball and a 1-point lead. Essett thought about it from the corner. Hands it off to Wiley. Over to Georgetown. In Georgetown, nobody home.
Again, Williams scored by going on a backdoor cut last time. And he did the same thing this time. Only problem was he didn't tell Georgetown. He threw it right there into Kennedy.
Well, and almost in an unfortunate spot. We'll just leave it there. In the corner, three good. KJ Buffin, good look.
Yeah, good look. Fine by Gaines on the penetration.
7-5, Blazers with the lead. Applying the press. Rhodes will break it as Wiley comes across. 17:26 remaining here in this first half. Fans still filing in here on this holiday week. Glad you could be with us. As Walker, nowhere to go. Throws it to the outside. That is Georgetown, no good. Two Blazers skying for it between Gaines and Buffin. And it's Buffin that hands it off to Gaines. Blazers in the front court. Taven Lovin back out to Buffin. Inside to Jemison. Big 6'11". Trey Jemison had the ball knocked away. Last touch by the Lynx, so it'll be UAB basketball as we get a couple of subs coming in. The first that we've seen tonight, this afternoon, from Stephen Goodson, the Lynx head coach. Phil Dotson, who is a freshman, checking in. Not a whole lot of size, but he's been impressive, hailing from Memphis.
He had 14 points off the bench in their last outing.
He is joined by Hayden Lamy.
Great execution on the out-of-bounds underneath play, resulting in a three by Ladarius Brewer in the corner.
Blazers' largest lead, 9-5, 16:40, maybe here in the first half. The other way, Dotson, not bashful, fires it up, in and out. Rolled around the cylinder, but wouldn't go down. Ladarius Brewer kicks it inside to Buffin, and he had Lamy on his back.
Yep. Lamy's Birmingham product out of Briarwood High School.
That is the first foul against Lamy, the first foul on either team. As as the Blazers inbound. Trey Jemison, Lamey.
Yeah.
Got a hand in there, and the big fella, they say, took steps.
Yeah,
so a turnover.
Yeah, big fella's looking for a body to bang against, and Lamey was smart enough to remove the chair from underneath, and he was expecting Lamey to be standing there, and Lamey moved.
Dotson inbounds. Trapped there in the corner. Rhodes able to break it successfully. They kick it to Lamey. Lamey fires up from three. Got it. Big Trey Jemison in his face, and it didn't matter. So the Briarwood product pulls the Lynx to within one. Jemison with the turnaround hook, but fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, Trey's got to turn and go power to the basket. He's got a 6'6" guy guarding him, and he's shooting a jump hook from the short corner. Cass Ramberg, who checked into the game, 6'6" freshman forward out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, picks up his first foul. Second on the Lynx is Trey Jemison. His first foul shot. He's good. Blazers shot it well against Georgia, only attempting 12, but knocking down 11. You'll take that every single game if you're Andy Kennedy. Absolutely, you will.
Jemison, perfect on that trip. 11-8, UAB with the lead, 16-10 remaining here in the first half. From Bartow Arena, Landry Roberts along with Steve Mitchell. Glad you could be with us here on a overcast Saturday.
There you go, Blazers again. Full court man-to-man. Nobody guard the guy triggering the basketball.
Lamey able to receive the inbound pass from Dotson. Dotson pulls it across the timeline. Crossover dribble goes between his legs as he works against Brewer. Now he's going to kick it over. That's Essick. Haven't heard from him yet. Essick from outside. No good. Short with a three attempt. There's Brewer. Clears the rebound and quickly into the front court to Eric Gaines. That would have been a Jelly Walker range three, but Gaines with a shot fake, and he put it off the glass and in.
Yeah, they respected it, and he got out and then thought he was going to shoot it and allowed Gaines to put it down and get to the cup.
13-8, Blazers lead, 15.5 to play here in the first 20 minutes. Jalen Essick went up, tried the left-handed dunk. It was knocked away out of bounds and a timeout on the floor. 15:25 remaining here in the first half. UAB leading Rhodes 13-8. As you're listening to UAB Creek with 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and on the Casinoverse app. Tony has checked in for the Blazers. Some more faces. Javian Davis, the transfer junior forward out of Canton, Mississippi. They go to him early down on the blocks, and you talk about the depth, the size, and the athleticism. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, big fella's been playing well down in Florida in the tournament, making his contribution, making his presence felt right immediately after the timeout there.
So joining Davis as well as Tony is Ty Brewer, who's checked in as well. Davis misses the front end, 2 shots.
Yeah, he's going to help this Blazer team so much this year. Going to provide them with an inside presence they didn't have when Trey Jemison left the floor last year.
Davis, good on that one. Blazers with a 14-8 lead, 15-12 remaining. Andy Kennedy continuing with the 9-10 man rotation and a fresh wave of Blazers off the bench. We will see that. No Jelly Walker if you're just joining us. Jelly out with, unfortunately, the flu. He's not only affecting UAB, but I'm sure other basketball programs from across the country knocked away. But it last touched Javian Davis. So Rhodes will have it with 14 on the shot clock from underneath their own basket with under 15 to play. Koki Wiley to inbound. Johnson, who has checked in the game for the Blazers. Butta Johnson, you said we might be seeing a good bit of him as Lamey tries the baseline. He's cut off there on the double team. And Tony able to reach in and strip the wall away momentarily from Dotson. The tie up, the jump arrow, or the possession arrow favoring Rhodes. So it'll stay on this end of the floor with 14:44 remaining in this first half.
As he normally does, Tony provides his team with effort no matter when he enters a ball game for UAB.
Wiley gets it in the lane. Yeah. Got to be aware
And I know, and you see the frustration from his head coach.
We just talked about it.
Zoe Goodson. Not happy. Gaines brings it up for UAB. The lone starter still on the floor. Gaines put it up in traffic. Got it to go.
There's patience that time. Picking and choosing his spots in this time.
So Eric Gaines with 4 points. The Blazers
Run
doubled
and
up
jump.
Rhodes.
Yep. And run and jump and trying to pick up the pace here a little.
Lamey another three. Misses. Front iron on that one. Rebound cleared up by Ty Brewer. Quickly ahead. Gaines is able to find Butta Johnson. Johnson underhanded. Shot off the glass and he got it to go.
Yeah, he's a strong, patient, poised player. Really knows how to play.
18-8. Double-digit lead. First time for UAB with 13:45 remaining here in the first half. As Rhodes works from our left to our right. As White has checked in for the Lynx. They work it around the perimeter and it's stolen away. That's Tony. And Tony.
We're seeing that length and that athleticism of UAB starting to cause problems for Rhodes.
Tony with a one-handed jam, much to the delight of this crowd. Is checking in, or waiting to check in, Tyler Bertram for the Blazers. Junior out of Binghamton, New York. We will see Bertram as he checks in, and Eric Gaines will have his first respite of the afternoon.
Bertram's a guy that can really shoot the basketball. Nice touch.
Rhodes right in front of the UAB bench. Get it inbound. Koki Wiley going up against Bertram. Used the body to get separation. Couldn't knock down the shot. Ty Brewer hands it off. Johnson quickly ahead to Tony. Tony can't find the range from three. Rebounded by Koki Wiley.
That is not the shot that Coach Andy Kennedy wanted to see.
Boy, it is not hard to decode what Andy Kennedy is thinking after a shot like that. Bertram, though, after the Rhodes miss, able to rebound. Johnson clears it ahead to Tony. He did not shoot it that time.
No.
Bertram from outside. Good looking look. But back iron. But it's saved in Javian Davis. Able to haul it in for the Blazers. Bertram now from about 4 feet away. Had a hand in his face. And he got it to go.
Nice teardrop in the lane off the drive by Bertram.
So Bertram with 2 points off the bench. 22-8. 12-18 remaining here in this first half. UAB and Rhodes, glad you're with us here on this Saturday. Reminder, UAB football coming up. An interesting broadcast schedule that we have today, but you will get the pregame at 1:30 and then the play-by-play beginning at 2:30 from Ruston. Turnover at the other end. Tony from the outlet, two-handed jam. And Zoe Goodson, Rhodes head coach, has seen enough. 24-8, 11:55 remaining here in the first half. Tyler Bertram.
And once again, Tony's quick hands got that, and the bucket.
Drawing the contact, the fadeaway jumper off the glass, knocks it home.
White on that one with a block. Tony's all over the place.
So Tony will try to complete the old school three-point play. You didn't have a three-point line, so that was the only
way you could get a three-point.
Right?
That's right, whole conventional way. And once again, got him on the line this time. They called Williams down in the corner with the trap, and he had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, and he was very fortunate to be able to throw the ball and it carrying off of a Blazer defender. Rhodes with the basketball. Koki Wiley having trouble. Now gets it there on the baseline, but nowhere to go, and then a walk.
Yeah, he turned to go up the court, and he didn't realize that guy was there once again, Tony.
I don't think Tony realized that the official said walk. I think he thought he got hit with a foul, but it's going to be UAB basketball, and the Blazers will inbound it. It'll be Tony, and the official having a good laugh.
Blazers doing an excellent job of forcing Rhodes College to catch these entry passes into the corner.
Bertram Into Javian Davis, the big 6'9" junior, using that body, and the ball stripped away as he brought it around waist level. But the foul will be called. I believe they're going to get Arnest Georgetown III, the 6'5" junior forward out of Jackson, Mississippi, on the personal.
Blazer Biggers have got to be careful once they do get it in the paint, bringing the ball down and bouncing it in the paint. Rhodes College guys are doing a good job collapsing them in basketball.
Javian Davis, 1 of 2. His first time at the line. That one rims out. No good. Not a whole lot of arch on that shot. Kind of planes out as he releases it.
Yeah, he's got to give it a chance and get it up just a little bit more.
Second shot for Davis. So 2 trips to the line for Javian Davis, 1 of 2 on both trips. He will check out. Then Trey Jemison checks in for Andy Kennedy and the Blazers, leading 28-8, 11:32. Many here in this first half. Another trap, another turnover, but then turned right back over. It was Ty Brewer that was able to come up with the turnover, and then he was trying to find a teammate, and Trey Jemison sends that one. Would have gone into the second row of seats here in Bartow, but instead KJ Buffin spared someone the pain.
You better watch your drinks over there. Trey sending shots back. Return to sender.
And then nobody home as Walker looked like he was trying to find, I believe, Williams there on the wing.
Yeah, once again, Williams got that first bucket of the game off that backdoor action.
11:14 left in this first half. UAB with the basketball in the lead, 28-8. Jemison working against Georgetown. Turned around. Georgetown hit the deck. No call. Then the one-handed hook, if you will. He's good for Trey Jemison.
Hook there by Trey Jemison.
That would be the only thing you could describe as baby on Trey Jemison as he sends another one, this one into the third row.
You better pay attention. It's like being at the ballpark at a baseball game.
Never really thought about netting being incorporated in an arena, but you might need it with Trey Jemison swatting shots into
spiking them
into the third row. Rhodes keeps possession, inbounds the basketball, get it to Essick. Now back outside to Walker. As Walker working against Budda Johnson. Georgetown with a high arcing jumper. Halfway down the cylinder, came out. Blazers with a rebound. Now Budda Johnson will control it. Coming across the Blazer logo at midcourt. Finds Trey Jemison. Continues to like that matchup with Georgetown, but a good look outside, and it's Bertram knocking down a 3.
Yeah, it's a nice find by Trey on the opposite wing. Bertram was wide open. Great recognition by Trey Jemison.
Trap continuing to give the Lynx problems. Walker was able to escape it. Kicks it in the corner. Shot no good. Rebound, though, by Georgetown. And you talk about a little baby hook.
Yeah, Georgetown got away with shoving Trey in the back on that one.
I guess it's not a foul if it doesn't get called. But you're right. A little bit of contact there. Can't hardly blame him.
No.
Jemison and Georgetown giving each other a very sportsmanlike pat on their respective backs. Blazers with a basketball. Inbounded by Lovin. Buffin back in the game. Budda Johnson stays in. Bertram going to try it again from outside. In and out, no good. Rebound, last touch, they say, by Essick. So it'll remain Blazer basketball. 20 on the shot clock, 9:43 left in the first half of the Blazers, leading 33-10.
Blazers making an effort to get Bertram going after making one from deep. A little screen-to-screen action freed him up on that last one. He wasn't able to get it to go down.
Loving into Jemison. To Budda Johnson. Bertram from the corner. Good look. No good, but KJ Buffin had position. He got the rebound, and he was knocked down from behind. So another foul on the Rhodes Lynx.
Xavier Williams.
For Williams, that's his second foul, and the 16th foul on Rhodes. Just 2 team fouls against the Blazers in the first 10-plus minutes of this one. Budda Johnson receiving it. from Ladarius Brewer. Now Brewer goes inside to Buffin. Buffin working against Georgetown. Stripped away, able to find it. Budda Johnson with 7 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Underhanded finger roll is good. Budda Johnson is on the board, and Blazers added their lead 35-10, 9:13 remaining here in the first half.
Nice job knifing his way through the defense to the basket that time.
Right in front of us, Dotson, the freshman, staying in the game. That's Goodson. Essick came in as the Rhodes leading scorer, but they're paying attention to 22, and
he made life a little difficult for him so far today.
He tried the baseline, but too strong. And UAB with the basketball. Back the other way. Jemison, big time hook. Nothing baby about that. Trey Jemison.
Great patience by Trey to allow all the defenders to clear before going to work.
8.5 minutes to play in the first half. 37-10. UAB leading Rhodes here inside of Bartow Arena. Blazers fresh off of the tournament title. They got a trophy. As Coach Andy Kennedy told us in the pregame, the Sunshine Slam knocking off South Florida impressively by 15, and then Georgia by 14 as Georgetown is whistled for carrying the basketball. So we'll get it back with 8:14 left.
Saw a crease in the defense and forgot to bounce the ball.
Lovin, Jemison, Buffin, Gaines, and Brewer. Your original starting 5 with Jelly Walker sidelined with the flu. Jelly Walker not being around the team. And we hope that Jelly is back. The Blazers back in action next Wednesday. Fresh face in for the Lynx, Mike Wagner, 6-foot guard out of Austin, Texas, is checked in for Rhodes. He puts it off the glass and put it in.
And Gaines immediately goes right at Wagner.
Eric Gaines, 6 points on the afternoon, 7:45 left. Blazers 39, Rhodes 10. Blazers almost forcing another turnover. Georgetown, though, somehow found a way to navigate the outstretched arms of one Trey Jemison. 7:27 left. Blazers by 27. KJ Buffin off the glass. Wouldn't go, but tipping it to himself. And Trey Jemison, but he had it stripped by Mike Wagner, who just checked in the game. Wagner outside to Lamy. Lamy thought about it. Now he's cut off on the baseline by Lovin. Back outside to Georgetown. Georgetown with a skip pass all the way across the lane.
They're going to get KJ on the grab.
There's a timeout on the floor.
Take great care of the basketball. Shooting 76% from the floor. Defense is smothering. Not a lot to complain about.
Big reason why the big man, Trey Jemison, leading all scorers with 8 points. Tony off the bench with 7. Another steal. Ladarius Brewer the other way. He put it up, but he was fouled before he did so.
Looks like they called a foul, I think, on Wiley. KJ Buffin, quick hands. He was able to get a deflection on the defensive end for the Blazers, and Ladarius Brewer, beneficiary of that one.
Foul called on Koki Wiley. So Wiley, the senior, hailing from Tokyo, Japan, will have a seat on the Lynx bench as Ladarius Brewer goes to the line. Brewer trying to add to his 4 points, and he does, knocking down the first free throw. Brewer perfect on that trip. 41-12. Blazers with the lead. 6:51 remaining here in this first half. As Rhodes inbounds it, the pressure still being applied by UAB. Rhodes able to break it this time. White into the front court as he works on Buffin. Looking for Wagner. Covered up. Good defense by Brewer. Now on the outside to Lamy. Lamy had it knocked away. Able to retain possession. Over to Wagner. Now to White, who tries the baseline. Trey Jemison almost had another block as that was put up and missed by Cass Ramberg. Eric Gaines the other way. Behind the back, Eric Gaines to his left. Stops, now drives the baseline. Good look. Throws it to Taven Lovin. Lovin misses, got his own rebound. Missed again, got his own rebound. Why not?
Yeah, Taven with a little tip drill there to pad the rebounding statistics.
Taven Lovin is on the board. His first bucket 43-12. Blazers with the lead. 6:05 remaining here in the first half. Ramberg kicks it over off the glass. Not a pretty shot by White. Blazers defending it well. Taven Lovin with a rebound. Now Eric Gaines walks it across the timeline looking for big Trey Jemison, and Lamy tied him up. They're going to call a foul. A good thing he did, because Jemison might have brought the basketball down.
That's a good foul. Eric Gaines was able to find big Trey. He had sealed Lamy down underneath the basket, and Lamy was just holding on for dear life.
Lamy is over to have a chat with his head coach, Stephen Goodson. His second personal foul.
Yeah, he picked up his first one as soon as he hit the floor.
8th team foul for Rhodes. Trey Jemison at the line. Nothing but nylon with that one. 9 points for Big Trey.
That's one area he's really worked on and improved since last season. You know, as much as he's fouled, he goes to the free throw line quite often, and the nights he can step to that line and make them, it really helps his team be successful.
Misses on that one. So the Jinx still holding.
I'll take credit for that one. I'll be quiet next time, big fella.
5:35 remaining. Rhodes with the basketball into the UAB front court, and ball knocked away into traffic. Dangerous pass, but I believe they're going to get Trey Jemison on the foul. His first and just the fourth team foul for UAB with exactly 5 minutes 30 seconds remaining here in this first half. UAB leading 44-12. Rhodes inbounding from just to the side of their basket, outside to Wagner. As he working against Brewer, knocked away by Lovin, but retaining possession. Essick from outside had a good look, his best look maybe this afternoon, and he missed a wide open three. Quickly back the other way, a great feed from Lovin to KJ Buffin, who is fouled, and he gets the ball to drop. Beautiful teammate.
Yes,
play right there.
Buffin did a good job, first of all, of kicking the basketball ahead. And after that, he took up and turned on the Jets, knowing full well that was a chance he'd get it back, and that's exactly what happened.
KJ Buffin, 5 points on the afternoon. First shot is good. First and only shot, as it was a three-point play. Shaking the rust off, Steve. Trying to get this football brain.
Nice.
Good look down low, and
Wagner's
finally
penetration was able to get a nice finish underneath.
Essick, who came in, Jalen Essick, leading the Lynx in scoring. Just north of 18, he had back-to-back 24-point games last weekend, and gets his first bucket. Then going the other way, Rhodes with the basketball, and ball knocked out of bounds. Dotson will inbound it, with the Lynx trailing really big, 47-14 with 4:50 left here in the opening half. Dotson working against Eric Gaines, kicks it out. Essick, no good. Skying for the rebound. Big Javian Davis, who's checked in for UAB. Tony back in as well, as is Bertram. Tony. Skip pass, KJ, wide open look from three. High off the iron with a miss. Rebound Rhodes, Lynx back the other way. Dotson thinking about it as he works against Gaines. Lost the ball. Kicked out though, and Essick is able to retain possession. Go into the lane. Not much of a challenge from Eric Gaines, and Essick made it look easy. He's got 4 points quickly.
By far his easiest look of the day.
4 minutes left. UAB with the basketball, leading 47-16. Eric Gaines works against Dotson. Pretty move, put it up. A lot of contact, no whistle. Bertram from the outside as he gets the feed from Javian Davis.
He was a little busted after Gaines' miss, and Bertram was able to get lost from the defense.
Second three for the Binghamton, New York. Easy for me to say. Native. Baseball pass the other way. Gaines.
Foul, but no call.
Wow. Rhodes coming the other way, trailing 50-16, putting it off the glass, no good. Essick is right there, and I'll tell you what, Essick, now I see maybe how he has 18.5 points as his average. He's gotten 3 really, really bunny-type looks, Steve, here in the past minute and a half, 2 minutes.
And he's got a knack for being around where that basketball is on the offensive end. And
Blazers now on the offensive end. Javian Davis used a forearm, and not Lamey, but checking in, it was Luke Cooper. He hit the deck hard, and you're going to get the call every time.
Yeah, he went right through Luke Cooper's chest on that one.
Timeout on the floor. UAB leading Rhodes 50-18. So we continue here. Big surprise, the rebounding advantage that the Blazers have with the size advantage that they have, really telling the tale. And UAB taking care of the basketball. Rhodes does have the basketball with 2:52 left. Essick with a nice look as he found his teammate there on the baseline, and that was Luke Cooper who put it up and in.
Nice find by Essick.
Luke Cooper, after the draw and the foul at the other end, gets the bucket. Now Javian Davis, the outside. That is Budda Johnson. Johnson, jump. Just stopping a jump shot.
Got a little bit of a size advantage on Dotson, able to just drive the paint, jump over him.
Budda Johnson with his second bucket. 52-20. Rhodes with the basketball. Wagner with a nice feed there from the baseline. A good look from Walker.
Well, Johnson got caught ball watching, and Wagner just cut back door.
Just north of 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. UAB with the basketball, leading by 30. Tony thought about the three. Now he works into Bertram and goes down low. That is Ty Brewer. Brewer with a turnaround is good. 10-footer.
I was about to say Blazers seem to be settling back into getting the ball into the paint. I think there were a few possessions and for a few minutes where they were taking the first available.
Walker at the other end for Rhodes, able to split 2 Blazer defenders, and then he found Luke Cooper again. So Cooper with a quick 4 points off the bench. Lead is back to 30 for UAB with 1:30 left. Tony, acrobatic shot, hits the floor, and a foul called as the shot failed to draw iron, but once again, Tony drawing the contact, and he'll get to the line.
Just aggressive on the offensive end as he slashes his way to the basket.
Blazers with 30 points in the paint so far. They had 52 the other night against Georgia's. Tony knocks down the first foul shot. Tony, perfect that time. UAB shooting it at 78.6%. And a steal on the baseline. Ty Brewer.
He was guarding the basketball, and his length was really bothersome. He just threw it right to him.
Well, he got the shooter's bounce as it bounced high off the back of the iron, and it dropped right through the cylinder. 58-24, 1:14 left. Rhodes with the basketball. Across the timeline is Essick. He goes to Luke Cooper. Worked against Javian Davis. Now outside to the athletic guard in Dotson. Barely drew iron with that three. Rebound, Tony's. He found himself all alone. Dangerous pass, but it's rescued. That's Budda Johnson. Steps outside the arc, knocks it down. Budda Johnson with 7 points. UAB leading 61-24. Correction. Budda Johnson now with 9 points. 39 seconds. Clock rolling. Knocked away by Tony with the quick hands on defense. Rhodes able to retain possession. 15 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. Knocked away by Budda Johnson, but able to keep it. Rhodes, Wagner off the pass, acrobatic shot, off balance. Can't draw iron, and UAB can hold it for the final shot.
Yeah, Wagner's a little bit out of control on that last shot.
Now Budda Johnson setting things up, calling the offense with 5 seconds. Drives to his left, guarded by Cooper. Jump shot is good.
Great hesitation after knocking down one. Cooper had to respect that. Kept going to the basket for an easier one.
Well, how about this? UAB set a school record last year with 63 first half points against Rhodes. Well, they have done it again. 63-24. Blazers leading the Lynx as we have reached halftime. I want to remind you to come basketball from just in front of us. Inbounding it, Buffin Going to Trey Jemison, who was double team, working with a big body, put it off the glass and put it in. Trey Jemison, the big 6'11" Blazer, adds to his point total. He's now tied for the lead as far as game totals with 11.
Just used his strength to clear space and create an opportunity to get that shot up.
Koki Wiley brings it across the timeline for Rhodes, trailing 65-24. 30 seconds gone by here in this second half. Wiley thought about it. He's guarded by Brewer. Darius Brewer with some great defense underneath. KJ Buffin kept his balance, able to get the rebound. Eric Gaines back the other way. Gaines thought about it. Now the Blazers working on the outside. Taven Lovin, who got the start this afternoon. Outside to Brewer. Brewer, front iron, had a good look at it. Squared the shoulders, but no good. Williams back the other way. Tried to draw the contact and a late whistle, and apparently he did. So we will see the Lynx go to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon, Steve.
Yeah, Williams is able to put his head down and transition that time, and he forced the issue there, creating contact with Taven Lovin and getting the call. He's got a trip to the line the first time tonight, as you mentioned.
UAB basketball, sponsored by Wind Creek, 3 Alabama locations, and Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino on the Casino Verse app. So the first attempt at the foul line for Rhodes, first attempt for Williams, and a little bit of discussion with the official coming in. Not really sure what that was all about, but Williams works the ball around in his pre-shot routine, around the waist, takes a dribble, put it up, put it in. 65-26, UAB with the basketball, 18:54 remaining here in the ball game as Gaines brings it across the timeline, over to Lovin, back to Gaines, gets the pick. Beautifully set by Buffin, nice. Alley-oop, yes it was intended to Trey Jemison, who jams it home.
Nice execution by UAB. Rhodes College in a 2-3 zone that time. And nice opposite side screen there, created penetration for Gaines, which led to that alley-oop pass.
Trey Jemison comes out on the perimeter to drive to guard Wiley, as Wiley drives, thought better of it, kicked it back outside. That's to the big man, Georgetown. Georgetown using the big body, found himself alone, used the left hand from 5 feet away, knocked it home. 67-28, Blazers with the lead and the basketball. Ladarius Brewer, guarded by Koki Wiley. Goes into Buffin. Buffin had it taken away. They're going to call a jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Lynx.
KJ came from the weak side. Nice job flashing. They were able to get it to him, but he bounced it in the paint, and these Rhodes College players are small, and that's the only thing they're hoping for. And these bigs of UAB get it in the paint.
Wiley working against Lovin, gets it across the timeline, behind the back dribble, does it again, lost his footing, slipped down, but it's recovered by Walker, who kicks it out to Williams. Wide open look from 3. Barely drew iron with that one. Eric Gaines claims a rebound, races the other way. Looks to Buffin. Buffin able to save it behind his back, but throws it right to a Lynx player. Back the other way. Walker outside to Wiley. Missing on the 3. Trey Jemison with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, Trey kind of was lagging behind the play on that one, and a quick turnover with ball actually took a funny bounce off the rim. Trey, tomahawk dunk. Never been able to do that. Imagine that would hurt my hand.
Even on an 8-foot goal, I would probably end up with a broken wrist. Turnover at the other end. Jemison running the floor. We're going to get another one.
The big fella's playing the role of point guard, bringing it up the middle of the floor on the break that time, and able to keep it.
A big smile from the junior center, Hoover, Alabama, Trey Jemison. He leads all scorers with 15 points, and UAB with their largest lead at 43-71-28, 16:49 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown with a feed from the corner. He's going to kick it out. Bamberg tries it from the corner. No good. Trey Jemison with a rebound. Jemison will slow things up, hands it off to Taven Lovin, who then hands it off to Eric Gaines as Gaines looks to the UAB sideline. Set by called by Andy Kennedy. Jemison going to try the 3. It was on line, just a little too strong. High off the back of the iron. Rebound coming down to Williams. Hands it off to Wiley's. Rhodes working from our right to our left. 16-15 remaining here in the ball game. Georgetown guarded by Jemison on the perimeter. Nobody down low. Now Georgetown goes to set the screen. Double team applied to Wiley. Throws it over to Walker, being guarded closely by Brewer, and Walker knocks it down from 23 feet. Eric Gaines back the other way behind the back dribble. KJ Wind Creek Casino and Hotel. Blazer Sports Network from Learfield.
Learning from the past, living in the present, looking to the future. Everyone has a unique journey in your...
9 first half points checking in. And trying to throw it in, Koki Watt.
Journey and unique needs. At Legacy Credit Union, we craft financial solutions based on your journey and your needs. From your first savings account to your forever home, we can help you craft your legacy. Let's get started now. Legacy, the official credit union of UAB. Visit us at legacycreditunion.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up everywhere. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Is it time to make a change and escape to a whole new world of possibilities? Where there's dinner without dishes, night springs with adventure, and every day you feel like a winner. The whole change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app.
15:45 remaining here in the second half. UAB leading Rhodes 71-31. Searching for their 5th victory of the season. Landry Roberts, along with UAB legend Steve Mitchell. Exactly what you dialed up. You saw Rhodes. Of course, Rhodes not playing at the Division I level. But if you're Andy Kennedy, it was a focus on us type of game, and I would say you got to check that box so far if you're the Blazer head coach.
I couldn't agree with you more here with 15:45 left in this one, 40-point lead. It's easier to guess now this was pretty much out of hand, but I think here is where they got to really challenge themselves to continue to do the things that got them this 40-point lead.
Javian Davis checks in off the benches. Big Trey Jemison has a seat with his 15 points. Trey, really the standout player so far today for either team. And Taven Lovin knocks down the first 2 free throws. Blazer crowd that has made their way to Bartow. And Taven Lovin knocks down a pair. He'll check out. Tony. 9 first half points checking in. And trying to throw it in, Koki Wiley. A collision there on the baseline as Eric Gaines hit the deck. No call. Rhodes across the timeline. Thought about it. Did Walker for the Lynx. He throws it outside to Williams, who tries the baseline. Nothing there. Good defense by Tony.
Ran out of real estate. Stepped on the line.
So back the other way. Basketball, just under 15 and a half to play. 73-31. Green and gold out in front. Blazers 28 of 40 from the field. That's good for a 70% clip. Blazers 4 of 11 from outside the arc, 13 of 16 at the free throw line. And again, you look at the turnovers. And UAB taking care of the basketball. Just 7 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Lynx with 12. And Javian Davis, Georgetown, I don't blame him. As Arnest Georgetown just grabbed the left arm of Javian Davis there along the baseline.
Well, again, the UAB bigs are doing a great job all day long, sealing the Rhodes big man underneath the post, underneath the basket. And Georgetown had no problem except to foul that time. He was so deep.
Freshman guard Phil Dotson checks in for the Lynx, and checking in for the Blazers, Butta Johnson knocks one down from outside. His second three-pointer. Butta Johnson.
Johnson has responded well to it with his minutes today.
14 points. Easy look. Ramberg had a bunny, put it off the glass and in. 76-33. Blazers with the lead. 14:45 remaining in this first half. Butta Johnson hands it off to Buffin. Over to Ladarius Brewer.
They got Davis on this one. He pushed off. Same play.
Davis jockeying for position with Georgetown down low, and the official right on top of it. A couple of substitutions. Bertram coming in off the bench, as well as Ty Brewer.
Davis used his offhand that time to free himself.
Rhodes with the basketball. 14:26 remaining and trailing by 43. Walker left-handed off the glass, pretty move, got it to go.
Nicely done by Walker.
Jefferson Walker, senior guard, 6-footer out of Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of Memphis products here, makes sense. Rhodes being located right there. It's Tony. Into Ty Walker, turnaround good.
Yeah, Ty did a good job of posting up, but unlike his teammates Javion Davis and Trey Jemison, Ty's got the quickness to turn and face you and use that quickness to either go around you or shoot the jump shot.
Ty Brewer. Just totally made up player as Walker does bring it across. Merged a Lynx player and a Blazer. Bertram guarding Dotson. Dotson with a runner. Floats it with one hand. No good, but it's rebounded by Ramberger. Puts it off to Lamy. Lamy missed the shot up close. Now Butta Johnson across the timeline. Dribbling with the left. He hands it off to Ty Brewer. Brewer over to Tony. Tony use the screen. Off balance, put it up. No good, but he was fouled. And Tony will go back to the line for Andy Kennedy and the Blazers. Leading 78-35, 13-24. Remaining here in regulation. Tony tonight. Perfect at the line. Now 5 of 5. And the Jinx, once again, my apologies to Tony. Trap in the backcourt. There's Tony and Brewer applied it. Bertram comes up with the turnover. Kick it in the corner. Tony thought about 3. No, sir, but Ty Brewer there to clean it up.
Yeah, Tony had bad intentions had that basketball not been stripped from his hands.
He certainly did. 13 minutes remaining. 81-35. Dotson working against Bertram. UAB relaxing the press just a bit. Dotson works to the right. Now back up top to Walker, who is guarded by Butta Johnson. Walker in the lane, kicks it outside. Lamy with a 3, no good. Rebound, Butta Johnson quickly ahead to Tony. Tony drawing the contract in the lane, up and under, good. Off the glass, Tony.
Done it again.
Back to the other end, using the backboard. Jefferson Walker in the timeout on the floor. Called by Rhodes. 12-19 remaining. 83-37. The Blazers with the lead. We're back to Bartow in a moment. Steve?
I'd say so.
Handling sideline duties is typically my task, but we got Blazer basketball. It's going well for Andy Kennedy and the boys. 83-37, Ty Brewer. High jump shot.
Elevation on that jump shot is wow.
His vertical.
Yeah.
He's crazy. It would be combine worthy for sure as Walker works against Butta Johnson. Ramberg looking for Dotson. Now Javion Davis comes over to guard him. Tony on the switch. Forces a bad shot from underneath the basket, but last touched after the miss by Bertram. It'll be Rhodes basketball. 11 on the shot clock and 11:42 on the game clock. And an official timeout. 11:42, UAB leading Rhodes, 83-37. We're back to Bartow. Lynx working from our left, and a crafty little play by Wagner, as I believe he just put it right off
he did.
Turned around. Javion Davis is back.
Yeah, Davis doesn't guard him. He had his back to the trigger man, and as the count got low, Wagner was wise enough to toss it off his back step in bounds and put it in the basket.
And Tony trying a three from outside. He had to alter his shot as he had a Lynx defender with a hand in his face. And the ball high arching but won't go down. Wagner off the feed, and a good feed from Luke Cooper as Wagner adds to his point total off the bench, 4 in less than a minute.
Displaying his basketball IQ once again.
Under 11 minutes, UAB with the basketball leading 83-41. Tony over to Butta Johnson.
His first miss of the day.
Johnson can't get it to go, and then a loose ball out on the floor. And a foul call against the Blazers. Brewer picks up the foul. Ty Brewer. Up and under, Lamy, Briarwood Christian School Products, gets it to go. UAB leading 83-43. Bertram into Ty Brewer. Uncontested elevation on that jump shot, and he got it to go, Steve. That's a pretty shot.
Yes, it is. Again, he really gets off the floor when he goes up to shoot the basketball. Hard to defend.
Wagner tied up in traffic, and then he throws it into more traffic. Ty Brewer, underhead scoop pass to Tony. Tony runs the floor, puts it up on the left side of the glass, and Tony adding to his point total. Tony now with 14, 9:51 left. Blazers by 44, 87-43. Luke Cooper looking down low, trying to find a teammate, Jack Dempsey.
Just couldn't hang on to it.
6'6" forward who's checked in from Marietta, Georgia, just a freshman. And another turnover for the Lynx. Somebody needs to come and help Butta Johnson out. And Ladarius Brewer does so as Butta standing, waiting to inbound the ball. No Blazer in sight. UAB in the front court. Butta Johnson kicks it outside. He was looking for Bertram in the corner, but unbeknownst to him, Bertram had moved.
Yeah, Bertram started to rise up toward the free throw line on the penetration.
9:29 remaining. So one of the few turnovers we've seen for UAB, and Blazers still in single digits in that category. As Dotson works against Bertram, looking for Lamy. He finds Cooper back outside to Dotson. Tried to spin around and split a couple of defenders, couldn't do so. Wesley Gordon has checked into the game for the green and gold. Bertram at the other end, up the feed,
nice.
Up and under, good, and he's fouled.
Nice job going to the other side of the rim to finish. I think Wagner underestimated the length of Ty Brewer on that pass on the other end.
Certainly did. Tyler Bertram. His first free throw of the night is good for the three-point play. So the bench production for Andy Kennedy, just what the doctor ordered. Bertram with 11 points off the bench. Butta Johnson with 14 off the bench. Tony with 14 as well. Trey Jemison, who's currently on the bench, leading all scorers with 17 as Dotson tries the left, puts it up with the right, got the floater to go.
Excellent bench production today by the Blazers bench.
As I mentioned, Raji Gordon checked in. Ty Brewer, elevated shot. This one a lot closer from about 5, but same result. 92-45, 8:22 remaining. The Blazers certainly threatening to hit the century mark. Dotson tried it from about 26, and it went 1 foot because it was blocked by Ladarius Brewer.
He too underestimated the length of a Brewer.
Rhodes keeps possession, though, and then the feed down low, and that's Luke Cooper, the freshman, able to somewhat jam it home.
Yeah, it's about the third basket they got simply by going back door on that cut once the ball is caught at the post.
92-47, Blazers with the basketball in the lead. Bertram gets it from Butta Johnson. Can't find a look from the corner. Back out to Johnson. Now over to Ty Brewer. And Brewer, another turnaround. Somebody I'm not a coach, but I would probably try to get a hand in his face.
I think I crowd him and turn him into a ball handler, a dribbler.
7:25 left in this one. UAB with the basketball, 94-47 lead. Across the timeline, ball traveling out of bounds, and a timeout on the floor. So the Blazers in front comfortably. Their largest lead at 47 as we continue here from Bartow on a Saturday afternoon. You're listening. Inbound pass, long pass. Cooper was underneath the basket for Rhodes, but good defense, good recovery by UAB. Now Darius Brewer to Buffin in the corner. Bertram spots up, knocks it down.
On the spot over there. Nice find by Buffin.
Tyler Bertram with 14 points. That's his third three of the afternoon. 6:53 left. 50-point lead for the Blazers, 97-47. Up and under.
And there's that
Shot
backdoor
is good.
action once again.
Jack Dempsey cracks the scoring column, 97-49. Bertram thought about it with the shot fake, drove the baseline, got tied up, and a jump ball. The Blazers will keep possession. Just a reminder, I'm not sure that this has ever been done, but at 1:28, we will take a break. At 1:30, we will come back. We will still be here, courtside at Bartow, and keep you updated on the basketball game, but it's the Pepsi pregame show as we transition to the football broadcast. And off the inbound play, beautifully drawn up, beautifully executed. That was a Ladarius Brewer drawing the foul and got it to go.
Nice finish at the rim by Ladarius, and now he's got a chance for free throw, and I did not jinx him.
You did not. By the way, would you like to hang around and talk a little football? We can preview La Tech together.
Well, that is not my forte. I'd love to, but I'll stick with the round ball.
Sounds good. UAB hits the 100-point mark. Blazers leading 100-49 over Rhodes with 6:20 left. In regulation, Wagner with a jumper. Almost pinned the ball between the backboard and the rim. Not much rotation on that shot. Blazers back the other way. Brewer from the corner misses on the three. Rebound by Cooper. Hands it off to his teammate, Elijah White. Dotson with a turnaround on Bertram. Couldn't get it to go. Ranji skies high, claims the rebound. Skip pass. That will not make Andy Kennedy happy as he crosses his arms, stomps his foot, and turns and says something to one of his assistants.
I'd be surprised if Ladarius Brewer is not the guy coming out on this one after that quick shot last possession. And
you could be a coach, Steve.
I saw Coach Kennedy's reaction when he shot that one.
Well, we appreciate you joining us as Rhodes.
It's been my pleasure.
Inbounds the basketball. Again, we'll keep you updated on what's going on with UAB. 5:39 remaining in this one. Rhodes with the basketball, trailing 100-49. Buffin ties up
10.
The Rhodes ball handler. So that's going to do it for this portion of the broadcast. Stay tuned. The Pepsi pregame show getting ready for La Tech and UAB from Ruston comes your way next here on the Wind Creek Casino and Hotel Blazer Sports Network from Learfield.
There are over 6,000 children in Alabama's foster care system. These children require safe, stable, and nurturing environments.
All right, so this is a 2-minute break, and then it's going to be the opening billboard, and we'll jump it back to you.
Relationships across Alabama, people are helping.